Hi, and welcome everybody to another edition of the Winner Circle Sports Betting Podcast. I'm professional sports handicapper Ross Benjamin of RBWins.com, and it's Monday, June the 20th, and I have a free pick for you in Major League Baseball. I'm in the game between the LA Dodgers and the Cincinnati Reds in Cincinnati, and that game will go on Tuesday, June the 21st, so we're taping well in advance here, folks, but before we get to that pick, just a couple notes regarding Major League Baseball betting right now. And, you have to be really careful, folks, because I've been preaching for the last 3 years now on this channel. Betting Major League Baseball huge chalks is the surest way to go broke. And I still stick to that theory. And anybody who knows anything about sports betting, most would agree with me. Let's put it that way. Without including everyone and speaking for everyone. However, you look at these lines this year and they're absurd. I mean, today, for example, for the Major League Baseball card on Monday, June the 20th, there was 9 games on the board. Seven of the 9, included money line favorites of minus 150 or greater, which is an absolute no-no. Yesterday, 11 of the 15 games played in Major League Baseball, meaning Sunday, June the 19th, 11 of those 15 games had money line favorites of minus 150 or greater. So puts handicappers and professional sports bettors like myself in a conundrum because you don't want to be laying 150 or greater when it comes to money line betting in any sport. You could have some short-term success, but over the long haul, you're going to lose money doing that. So I really had to refine myself to start to look more at run lines and also totals. And, when you look at everything that's been going on, I mean, there's the parity in baseball is the main reason why we're getting these lopsided lines. You look at the American League, you have 7 of the 15 teams, I should say, have winning records, which means you got 8 teams with losing records. Furthermore, out of those 7 teams that have winning records, 4 come from the American League East. Having said that, in the American League East, with 4 teams with winning records out of the 5, you would think there's a lot of parity there, but it's a division in which the Yankees right now are 49-17 and lead by 11 games over second place Toronto and 13 games over third place Tampa Bay. So out of the divisions in the American League, the majority of the winners come from the AL East, yet the AL East right now is being dominated by the New York Yankees. And then you go to the National League, and 8 of the 15 teams have winning records, and just a lot of bad teams, folks. You look at teams like, let me name these off here for you: the Washington Nationals, the Cincinnati Reds, the Chicago Cubs, the Pittsburgh Pirates, the Kansas City Royals, the Detroit Tigers, and the Oakland A's. Those are 7 teams that have a combined record of 167 and 296 going into Monday's action. That's a win percentage of 361. I don't recall things being, let me rephrase that. I don't recall the lack of parity this early in the year in Major League Baseball in a long time, if ever. So just something to keep an eye on. Don't fall into that trap of playing big chalks. And also look for other avenues. Totals betting, you normally do not have to ever lay more than 125, sometimes 130 on Major League Baseball totals. Take when those certain situations come up with favorites of 135 or less, don't feel forced like you have to use one of those games because your options are limited. Look at totals, look at run lines, be creative. And there's nothing wrong with taking a pass some days. Sometimes taking a pass is a winning day because you're not forcing picks and there's nothing that qualifies under your handicapping guidelines. I'm just going by myself, folks. Everybody has their own way of doing things, but I certainly have qualifiers to when I use picks for my paid premium selections and the games I bet on the most, which takes me to this. Yes, these free picks. I love doing the show, and we all love giving you guys free winners. But just keep in mind, folks. For example, when I look at a free pick for a card, I might have five picks written down, okay, that somewhat qualify, and then I break them down further, and there might be just three of those five that qualify for my premium paid selections, and for me to wager a substantial amount of money on. Now, the other two, I'll take one of those two and use them for a free pick on this show. That does not mean that I don't care about winning these free picks, but anybody who's worth anything in this business operates the same way. If you have somebody giving you their best picks on free pick videos, they're just starting out and looking to make a name for themselves, and that's okay. I've been there, done that. And B, quite frankly, they're not doing it professionally. So just be wary of those certain points that I just brought up. Let's get to the free pick in Major League Baseball. And again, it comes in the LA Dodgers and Cincinnati game on Tuesday, June the 21st. And that game, the first pitch is slated for 6:40 p.m. Eastern time. As we speak, which is well over 24 hours advance of the start of this game, the LA Dodgers are currently a -195 money line favorite, and the total is 10. So again, one of those situations, we have a large favorite, and let's look at the total. It's 10. All right. So let's begin our handicapping process when it comes to picking the total in this game. Tony Gonsolin is the starting pitcher for the LA Dodgers, or slated to be the starting pitcher for the LA Dodgers on Tuesday. Gonsolin's just been terrific this year on a Dodgers starting rotation that's star-studded. Gonsolin flies under the radar. Previously, up until recently, Gonsolin's been a guy the Dodgers look to get 4 or 5 good innings out of, and then turn it over to their bullpen, which for the most part over the last few years has been lights out. But Gonsolin this year has pitched 9-3 to the under in 12 starts with a 1.42 ERA and an 0.82 WHIP. He's also gone under the total in his last 5 starts, and his 1.19 ERA during that span is a major reason why those games have been low-scoring affairs. The LA Dodger bullpen, which I alluded to just a second ago, how about a 1.69 ERA over their last 7? So they're getting it done. The combination of Gonsolin with his great ERA and his hot pitching, especially of late, in the Dodgers bullpen, which is 1.69 ERA over the last 7 games, gives us a good opportunity that we're going to hold Cincinnati down to a low-scoring output. Now, the Dodgers, which rightfully so have a reputation as a highly explosive offensive team, it's not been the case of late. As a matter of fact, the Dodgers over their last 7 games are averaging just 2.7 runs scored per outing. Also, this is a Dodger team that's played 7-1-1 to the under in their last 9 road games. And the LA Dodgers will be coming off a day off. They will not be playing today, Monday, the 20th. And this year, they are 7-0 to the under following a day off. And those 7 games average just a combined 5 runs scored per game. Now, getting to Cincinnati, Tyler Mahle gets a start for the Reds, and he's been red hot over his last 4 starts. Mahle, during that time, has posted a 1.30 ERA and an 0.80 WHIP, while striking out 36 and walking only 7, better than a 5-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio over his last 4 starts. He's averaging just a shade under 7 innings pitched per start over those last 5. To be specific, 6.9 innings pitched per start. And that's really important when handicapping the Cincinnati Reds total, because their bullpen has had their moments over the last couple of years, but for the most part, they've been extremely erratic. And anytime you could limit the amount of time that you could project the Cincinnati bullpen to be dependent on, with your starting pitcher giving you a lot of innings and being in good form, which Melly is, that's really important. So I'm going to go with the LA Dodgers and the Cincinnati Reds to go under the total of 10 on Tuesday, June the 21st. Don't forget, folks, to visit my website, which is rbwins.com. That's rbwins.com. There you'll find my premium paid selections on a modest 7-4 and 10-6 Major League Baseball run right now. My 10-star top plays are hitting 65% since April the 1st. As a matter of fact, my Major League Baseball 10-star top plays since the start of last season, 47 and 25. Lost a tough one yesterday on the New York Yankees, who I was able to get at minus 115 on Saturday when I put it out to my clients. That line exceeded 150 by game time yesterday, but tough loss because the Yankees had an 8-3 lead in that game. This is a team that won 8 straight and 16 of their last 17, and their bullpen has been a major cog in that success. However, the bullpen blew it. 8-3 lead in the 7th inning. They lose 10-9. It happens, folks. But you know, that's the thing. It's, you never know in baseball. It's when you think you got it figured out, something like that occurs and throws a monkey wrench into it. And the big thing you do when that happens is not to overreact. In other words, don't get pissed off at the Yankees and start playing against them now because that occurred. So again, folks, I hope this was helpful in your daily Major League Baseball handicapping. Once again, my free pick is on the Dodgers and the Reds game to go under 10 on Tuesday, June the 21st. I'll be back tomorrow with another free pick. Until the next time, folks, good luck. God bless.